I just want YouTube to figure out how to make it maybe a little simpler, how to edit something out that I want to edit out. All I want to do is trim a damn video,
I think
10
it walks you
seconds.
through it. Does it not?
No. I go on there every single time because every time you forget to do it, I'm like, all right, I'll do it. And I go on there and I go to YouTube Studio and I start editing. I do like the little studio editor
Hmm.
and I figure out where I needed the 10 seconds, literally 10 seconds. And I spent about an hour trying to figure out how to just trim that and get rid of it. And it never does. Huh?
There's got to be some nerd on the internet that walks you through it.
Yeah.
There's always
I'm
those
not very
channels.
tech savvy, you know?
Maybe that's what we should turn into. Is just a tutorial.
A tutorial guy.
Yeah, but just give
I love
wrong
those guys.
information.
Yeah, just do complete, just
Yeah.
terrible advice. Yeah.
Like we'll hire like a hacker or something, make this website. And we'll be like, okay, so when you go to this website, click this link, solve all your problems. Then we make bank.
That sounds like a business plan.
Yeah,
Huh?
there we go. That's America, baby.
Hey, land of the free, home of the opportunity,
The
huh?
American dream.
4th of July tomorrow. Got anything going on? Gonna start a fire out in
No,
Yep.
but I'm very worried about it because there's a lot of stupid people out there who will.
Yeah, I'm just worried. I'm more worried about blowing off my hand, whether anything. I don't care about starting a fire, but I am afraid of losing a couple limbs. Yeah, because I am going to be lighting fireworks, but I will be in Sacramento, so it's safe.
Oh, yeah. It's
I'll
okay.
be I'll
That's a
be
little
I'll be
better.
in the suburbs or whatever it is.
Mhm.
And
Plus, you got to protect that hand because you're going to try out for QB next year. You know.
you bet your ass hey, I can now officially make money as a athlete.
Yeah, that's right. Well,
So you know what I did? You actually technically I am a barstool athlete. I'll just say that.
what?
I saw this thing, except here's how, so it's Barstool is doing a thing, and a whole bunch of people are on it. I don't know if you've seen it on Twitter, but a lot of people like you probably don't follow them. But if you look at Barstool athlete, they're signing a whole bunch of people, and you like put in your bio Barstool athlete and all this, and like one of the dudes on my team got it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I went on the thing. It was like, oh, if you want to be a Barstool athlete, fill out this survey or like questionnaire. I was like, yeah, why not? And I clicked it and I started doing it. And then, so I ended up getting accepted. You know, they haven't posted about me yet. I'm waiting for that. Waiting for that. And they also asked for a picture of me in my uniform. Don't have any pictures of me at Sac State. So I was like,
send them that headshot you have.
no, I sent him American River. I was like, American River will do, and I'll do that. But no, but what I'm thinking, what my whole process was like, yo, if I get on this, maybe I'll get some free shirts. That's my whole plan. Because they did ask for my shirt size on the questionnaire. So I was like, oh, sign me up. I was like,
what do you get from being a Barstool athlete?
that,
You have no
hopefully
idea?
a free shirt. Hopefully a shirt.
I wonder
That's the
if
only
it's
reason. I don't know if, because they're signing a whole bunch of people.
Mhm.
Like, and I looked at some of the people that they're signing, like on Twitter, like, yeah. I was like, this guy doesn't look too athletic. I think they're just signing whoever fills out that questionnaire. But you know, I would call it a success if I get a T-shirt. If I get one T-shirt, that's a win in my book.
Well, just to let you know, you're not the only one who's confused. There's many articles that are saying Barstool athletes. What does that mean?
Yeah, I just want a T-shirt, man. That's all I want.
And the golfers at least a little bit competitive. I'm reading a little bit about. I had no idea. About
And
this.
yeah, there's just look up on Twitter Barstool Athlete, and you'll see all these people that are proud to welcome this guy as Barstool Athlete, and it's like hundreds and hundreds of them in like the matter of a day. So I was like, okay, why not?
So here's an
And then
article. Here's an article right here. U.S. athlete joins Barstool Athletics after founder Dave Portnoy admits no clue to what we are doing.
Yeah, I'm about it though. You know, maybe at some point they'll be like, yo, okay, let's get all these guys a pair of shorts that say Barstool on them. And I'll be like, come on, send them this way. If you want me to, I'll promote you. Yeah, I'll do whatever you want. I'll go nude if you need it. If I can get a T-shirt that says Barstool. Yeah.
I mean, if they just do that, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean,
You know,
yeah. I'm not making any money. All right. I mean, I haven't even played it down in Division One football, but you know, maybe just maybe I get a T-shirt or a hat or you know, maybe even a wristband would be nice.
yeah,
I'll take it.
It's very interesting. I thought it was going to be The company has no clue what's happening despite signing several NCAA athletes across the
Not several, maybe 700. There's hundreds that are there signing, or quote unquote signing. I got the email that said, "Congratulations, you're officially a Barstool athlete," and it said, "Put Barstool athlete in your Instagram handle and Twitter handle." And then screenshot it, send it back, and say confirmed. So if you look at my Instagram handle right now, it says Barstool athlete, baby.
It might lead to actually something good because Barstool does a lot of cool stuff for like the community. I'm
really only in it for free stuff,
but I do like what they do with the community.
I didn't even know they had podcast. I'm literally only in it for free clothes or like a water bottle. I'll take a water bottle. That'd be dope.
Yeah, this is a tweet from Dave Portnoy. Barstool Athletics Inc. is the most Barstool thing ever. No thought put into it. No clue what we're doing. And 2 hours later, the most powerful student athlete organization in the country. Still no clue what's happening.
Oh, good. Yeah, hey, maybe they'll figure something out. And then all of a sudden,
it looks like they're trying to get it figured out.
And then all of a sudden, yeah, I'm the face of it. Who knows? This podcast is the face of Barstool athlete.
Then we get a podcast deal, Barstool.
Boom. See, I'm just a businessman doing business things. I'm promoting.
You had no idea what Barstool was before.
I guarantee you right now, if you go on their thing and you submit a thing, you haven't played football in 4 years. If you submit and say you played at some college and then just post a picture of your football thing, I guarantee you get an email saying,
I'll put up this Laker jersey right here, and then I'll put an application for basketball.
Yes.
Pick up some university too.
Yeah.
It'll be a good university, like something Lake.
Oh no,
university.
Yeah, no, just do University of Phoenix.
Yeah, University of Phoenix.
Oh,
that's awesome, though. I mean, hopefully you get a free shirt or something.
Dude, if I get that, I say that's a win. I got a free thing that says Barstool. I'll wear it every single podcast if they want me to.
Now, I know that a lot of California schools are more for this rule, but does your school have any specific rules with this?
Okay, listen to this. Although my school's D1, we are FCS, so it means we're not like the Bamas or like the USCs and stuff. Yeah. So I don't see companies signing anybody in our league. I don't see companies signing anybody that's not like a Joe Burrow or like these big names. That's why like everyone's like, I saw these people like right when they, announced that you can now make money. All these people were like on Twitter saying, "Oh, my DMs are officially open for business acquirers or acquires, whatever." Yeah, there you go, acquires and all that. And I was like, buddy, I don't think you. I mean, no one knows who you are. Like, I'm not talking about anybody on my team. I'm talking like people that I just saw on Twitter, like that. Okay, so they play at this one guy. I think played at like Boise State, and I was like, dude, no one's ever seen who you are. No business can be like, no Chipotle is not going to come to you and be like, hey, I want you on this commercial, posting talking about our burritos. I mean, I'm talking the big names will get stuff, but
my thing is I could be wrong, but weren't the rules so strict that like student athletes couldn't even receive like money from family?
I don't think
you're on a scholarship, I think.
No, I don't think. I think that was like the only thing you can do. Like, I think that was I think it used to be like you weren't allowed to make any money, like not even like jobs. But I think they like were lenient on that. But like,
I think it depends on the school too.
Yeah, I mean, I know like there's even like last year, like there's dudes on my team that are on scholarship, but like they still worked in the summer. Like,
yeah.
I mean, if you're not allowed to have stuff given to you.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Because you're well, now it's different, but you weren't allowed to like have like a free gym membership just because you were a football player. Like, oh, you play at Oklahoma, well, you don't need to pay for this gym membership. You can come here and lift anytime. Like that would have been against the rules.
So I can see like that being a benefit though, where you could get like free, if a gym does that.
Yeah, shit. And no, like, and it would have been the same thing. Like, so say like this podcast was super famous, which we are, but like, and I was at Sac State and like before this rule, and I was like, every single like title I put was like Division I athlete at
Yeah.
Sac State. Like I continued to just that was my whole thing,
Hmm.
and I like was making like money off of that. That would have been like against rules because I was using my likeliness and my school and everything. But now, I mean, it's different, which is
Yeah.
fine. Like I honestly didn't like. I'm not gonna make money, obviously, but like, but like, yeah, I don't care. Everyone's like big deal. It's like finally the kids are getting paid. I was like, you guys, people don't understand. If you're at if you're at a Bama and you're on full scholarship, you don't need money. All right, you're literally you get 3 meals a day, good meals. You're getting all the clothes you could possibly want. You're getting a free education, free housing. You're not paying for shit. Right?
Yeah, see, for me, it's like a weird thing.
But like, I don't care if you
Yeah.
make money, whatever. I'm not gonna make a big deal of it.
Yeah, it's like a weird thing because I know that there's some schools that I think are more strict on like the you can't like get money or you can't do this. And so I mean, it should be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, who knows? This could either go fine or it could be bad. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Like for like the top athletes who are going to go into the NFL or NBA or any league in general, those kids are probably going to make bank. But like,
Yeah,
there's gonna
like
be
all the
kids who
normal
think
kids
they're
are
gonna be
nothing.
making bank, but
Yeah, they're not gonna be making shit.
Yeah,
No, but like think of. I mean, I told my dad because I told my dad that like Reggie Bush, for example, was trying to get his like Heisman Trophy back, and I was like, can you imagine if that rule was if this rule that they just passed was in play back then? Because we lived down there, and my brother and I both had Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush jerseys. Those dudes were professionals at USC.
Oh yeah, USC.
They
was
would
like
be making.
big.
They would have millions and millions if it was like that because everyone knew who Reggie Bush was. He's possibly the greatest college football player of all time. Like, so if you're like a name like that, like or like a Tim Tebow or a Cam Newton, Robert Griffin III, like everyone's buying your jersey, everyone knows who you are. Then those are the guys that are going to make just millions.
Yeah, that whole USC team right there with Reggie Bush, they're pretty much celebrities. They were like as big as the Lakers back then.
Oh yeah.
Everybody.
You knock it off with the Lakers, bud. There's other teams.
I'm saying like the LA vibe. Like they were as big as the Dodgers, the Lakers. Dude,
bandwagon, man.
It was pretty much like USC was their football team because they didn't have a team down there.
For sure. I can't believe I'm surprised you're not wearing a Suns jersey right now, honestly.
Oh my god. A Suns jersey. Oh man, I haven't watched.
I haven't watched this either.
I watched the playoff series that the Lakers lost, and that was like my first time watching basketball in a while. And I was just like, I don't know. It's just nothing's really appealing about it anymore. Hopefully next season I'll be more into it, but
I've just never been into like basketball, honestly. Like watching basketball. Like obviously I played some, but like I don't care about watching.
I have an issue where it's like games pretty much every night because then it's like, come on.
Yeah, again.
I'm gonna sit there and watch it again.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, I absolutely almost crushed a rare bird on the road.
What?
Okay. So
quail?
I don't know what it was, but okay. This isn't the first time. It's happened a lot. Like I'm surprised I haven't killed one yet because by the Ridge Golf Course, there's a rare bird sanctuary right next door.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, and so I drive there twice every day, there and back, and I go pretty fast on that little part. And there's so many times that all of a sudden this weird ass like turkey looking pelican thing comes running across, and I had to slam on the brakes. One of these days I'm just gonna hit it, and it's gonna be feathers everywhere. These rare ass birds.
Oh, dude!
Did you go to a bird sanctuary?
Is it like a zoo?
I don't know. That's the thing. I want to stop by one of these days on my way home.
Can you visit that place?
I'm assuming. I mean, why else would it be there?
Just to keep these birds safe, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know about.
They're not doing a great job. They're walking around out in town.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how they do it because there's so many like animals that are outside of the fences. I'm like, who's watching this place? It's like, do you got trackers on them? Obviously, they're walking through Bell Road all over.
I think when it comes to the birds, they're very easy to get them on a schedule of when you're going to feed them, so they'll stay in your area. But I think like I think they know when feeding time comes around, they all flock back. But if you're letting them roam, I mean, there's got to be a couple that get taken out every single day.
It's got to be close. If there's drivers like me just swerving the roads.
Speaking of birds, there was a dude up here where I live who let a bunch of peacocks, like 3 peacocks, loose. That he was like, it was his pets, and he was just like, they deserve to be free. They run amok on this town. I can hear them at night calling each other. Sometimes they're in my yard or they're on top of my roof, and they just sit there. And one of them the male tries to challenge me. He puts his feathers up and tries to hold his ground. And I ran at him one day, and I was like, "This is not gonna fly. You're on my turf."
Yeah, yeah. You got to assert your dominance. Man. You got to have sex with them.
Taken out. Well,
you got to have sex with them.
That's what I thought the puffiness meant, but apparently that the males do that too.
Yo, what if he just attacked you and started humping you?
Dude.
Now, that's a story for the podcast.
I wouldn't come back from that. I would have to leave. I would
What's
have to change my name and everything.
Peacock? I'm trying to think. Have I ever seen a peacock in real life?
You probably.
I don't think I have. Is that the bird that's in Up?
Kinda.
They're big, aren't they? They're big.
The bird in Up is a fake bird, a snipe.
Oh yeah, old snipe.
I want to say
likes chocolate,
or they're not. I don't know. Snipes.
Are peacocks big?
They're like maybe a tiny bit bigger than a turkey. But like,
can you ride one?
Oh,
it's not like
snipes are real, but they look nothing like.
It's nothing like the Up.
No, they're like the little birds with the long beaks.
So, a pelican.
No.
Like a Fruit Loop. It's a Fruit Loop, or he is the mascot for Fruit Loops. Toucan.
No, not the toucan.
Toucan Sam.
It's like a pencil thin beak.
Yeah, like a swordfish.
Do you remember that movie that came out when we were younger, Surf's Up? Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, I like those movies.
You know the little manager looking one? Who was
I haven't seen it in a long time. So
that's the only, I'm trying to find something else that would be in TV or something, but that's the only one I could think of. Because he has like a long, like pencil thin beak. They're weird looking fellers.
Yeah, those little bastards.
Birds are weird, man.
Dude, penguins? I would own a penguin so fast, dude.
Oh, would I own? Probably. They're so adorable.
Dude, imagine having one of those bad boys running around your house. They're little. They jump on things. They fall all the time. They're clumsy.
You'd have to give them like a frozen area. They're just chilling.
Yeah, I'll turn on the AC downstairs. Yeah.
Dude, as cold as your basement gets, I think it would work.
Yeah, it does. I'm freezing in there.
Does it count as a basement, or does it just count as?
I think it's just a downstairs. I think basements have to be underground.
Yeah. See, yours is weird because it's kind of on like a mountain.
Yeah, I'm on a slope. I'm on a weird slope.
Because like, technically, we have a basement, but it's kind of like yours, but you can't live in it. It's like dirt.
Yeah. See, I think the storages. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you would call that.
Because I have one of those too. I have one down off the side, like right here. I have like one of those underground things. It's really hot in there, let me tell you that. And there's a whole bunch. We've killed a lot of dead rats in there too. We've killed a lot of them. Snapping left and right. Because they keep eating our survival food, dude. We went down there to because we have like a survival kit thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we went down there to, check the inventory. Dude, these bastards, they ate a big old thing of peaches. They they drank half of our water packet things, dude.
Yeah,
I was like,
buffet for them down there.
Yeah, dude, a big old jar of ragu just slurped clean, just gone. I was like, these guys feasted.
Yeah, dude, they're just chilling down there eating. It's a buffet. The Houlihan house is like a casino.
My dad took that personal, and he's like, "All right, these bastards want war." Then we've been killing them ever since.
Have you ever had one like in your? I think we've talked about this in your house, like come from.
Yeah. No, yeah, my dad's seen him before. my dad like doesn't sleep a lot, so like he'll get up a lot during the night, and he'll like walk into the kitchen, and then all of a sudden, right when you turn the light, something scatters a thing, and he'll be like,
Oh,
"Whoa!"
yeah, those little
Yeah,
bastards.
they're everywhere, and
They're sneaky at
they're
that.
like toying with him too. They'll leave little like how they shit like little pebbles.
Yep.
They'll jump shits on his desk upstairs, just like toying with
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is payback.
Yeah. Oh, I saw something. It was, do you, so I saw it on I forget, I think it was on Instagram. Did you at school do the pacer test?
Is that the one
Remember
where
that?
you run back and forth between the cones?
Yeah. And it was like on like a soundtrack thing. And it was like you had a certain amount of time and it
Mhm.
slowly, like the time slowly and slowly got less and less. It was
Mhm.
like part of the, like, I think it was a presidential fitness test. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
I think we did it in high school too.
No,
remember doing it in
that
high
was just
school.
that was just the state test or whatever.
Yeah, but the pacer.
We didn't have pacer. That was just an agility drill. I know what you're talking about. It was outside. The pacer is like nonstop. It starts like probably you have 20 seconds to get, and it's only like a basketball court, and it's half or on the side of a basketball court, sideline to sideline,
Mhm.
and then um, like every single it goes like for 4 rounds or something like that, and then like all of a sudden you have like 15 seconds, another
Yeah,
4 rounds
yeah,
or
we
whatever,
did
and
that.
then
We did that
it
in
slowly
PE.
gets less and less. Yeah. What PE class were you in, man?
I did it for freshman PE. Unless we just did it for fun.
Yeah, I might have just been conditioner or
Because we had
something.
it on the back, and then it was like it would keep going, and like kids would just be getting picked off as the time went up.
Dude, that's how it'd go. I would be doing that, and there was always those. Everyone had that one. Those couple kids in middle school that I could just run for days because they're
Mhm.
super fast. And
Yeah.
like, I think the most I ever got was like 60. I got to like 60. But dude, some of these kids, and no, but the part that I hate about these two kids that would always make the time and they'd always be the last ones.
Mhm.
They'd always be the last ones, and so we're not allowed to leave or like play like dodgeball or something until these
Yeah.
kids finish. And there's no point of not like they're the last ones. I'm like, all right, buddy, wrap it up, come on.
Yeah,
And they had to
you're
go
just
like,
what's the point, man? You just
yeah, they had to go an extra 30 or 40.
yeah, nothing that makes a fat kid feel more self-conscious than doing that.
I was just about to say that. I was like, that test just demoralizes some of the bigger kids.
Yeah, I remember in high school when we did it, I would wait for the kids who were a little bit bigger than me to fall out, and then I would fall out.
Yeah, you
And then it would
can't
always
look
make
like
you-
the first ones.
And it would always make you feel good when there was like a skinny kid who was unathletic who would drop out.
Yeah.
Then that would be like a confidence booster. You'd be walking away like, I did all right. I did all right.
And then there's always like the gothic girls that just would walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the ones that are like, I'm not doing anything, and they'd walk, and then first one they're eliminated, and then just go off to the side, and then hiss at someone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like a weird thing with like PE in schools where it's like there's kids who don't want to do it because they don't want to look like they're trying because then it's embarrassing.
That was a
Then
big
there's the
thing.
kids who go really hard to where it's like, okay, pump the brakes a little bit, pal. This isn't like you're not getting an award from this.
You're not getting a scholarship or something
Yeah.
out of this 8th grade PE. No, but what was with that? Like, you didn't want to look like the tryhard. Yeah.
Well, I think because exercising in general is very what's the word?
Shitty.
But it's very what I have the word in my head. It's basically like you're putting down like the wall. Like you always want to be the cool kid. And when you exercise, it really shows like you become vulnerable. There it is. Like
There you
people
go.
see like when you're working out, you're very vulnerable because like some people are having a hard time breathing and you're just like, oh, and then so it's like you don't want to show people that like you're out of shape. And so it becomes a
Mhm.
weird line to where you're like, if I don't try and I just look cool, then people are
Yeah.
like, oh, he's just doing it because he's cool.
See, I did it. So, like with the pacer test, like I would always get out on purpose, like around the halfway point. So it was like average. I wouldn't try to push past that.
Mhm.
So I was like right in the middle of the pack. I'd be like, all right, there's enough people out, enough people still going. I'll call it a day. All right?
Yeah.
So my thought process was like, I think chicks dig that at that age. That was my thing. I was like,
Exactly. Yeah, where it's
chicks
like
dig
it's the
this.
cool guy.
Yeah, cool guy. Didn't give a ton of effort, but didn't
Hmm.
just fully like not care, but like didn't care enough to keep going.
But then
So
you
it was
got the
like kind
kids
of
who
a
think the ladies love that if they're trying as
yeah.
hard
And
as they can.
there's always a kid named Brandon, that is just
Guy,
hyper as can be. I
the
knew a couple of
Brandons of the
Brandons.
world.
I grew up with a couple of Brandons, and boy, were they fast, and boy, did they not stop moving. They had some
I know, dude.
ADD in class.
It's
Yeah.
always the Brandons, or I would say sometimes a Jake or a Nick too.
Yes, yes, yes. I've known all three of those. Yeah.
They're usually the kids too who won't play a sport, but they go hard in PE though. PE is their sport. That's where
That
they
is,
leave it all out there.
yeah. And a Brandon, like that type of kid, that couldn't stop moving. He would always be the one that would wall run or something, like while we're waiting in line for PE. Like
Yeah.
he would all of a sudden, hey, watch me, and then he'd go sprint, and he'd just go sprint and do like a matrix run on the wall,
Yeah.
defy physics.
Or he'd be like climbing a tree over in the corner.
Yeah,
And the PE
there's always
teacher would
that
yell,
kid.
like, get down from there. Come on. What are you doing?
Yeah,
Typical Brandon.
yeah. What I always wanted to do was land a backflip off a wall, like do a wall run, and you know how like people can do that.
Yeah. We'll
I
change your
never.
name to Brandon and you might be able to.
Well, I wanted to, but I'm always just a big puss trying to do it. I never wanted to
Dude.
sell out, and try to do it, and land on my neck or something. Because I think I could do it. I think I can get enough speed and push off, but I think I'd struggle on the tuck part. There's a little technique that you got to
Yeah,
go
I
through.
feel like what happens with most people is that like they could get their body to that arc, but it's getting your legs over that's the hardest.
That's how they
You know
get
what?
you.
It's like a weird thing where your body doesn't want to commit to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I've tried doing like backflips on like a trampoline when I was younger, and it's like it's hard to get your legs to commit to doing that.
I never could do that. I never could do a backflip or front flip on a trampoline. Never could do it
Never
like
could
off
do a
a
front
diving
flip?
board or like jumping into the lake or something like from a high thing. I'm always just a pencil dive. I always go straight. I never could do I can never dive, and I could never do like any sort of flip. Just couldn't do it.
See, I could do a front flip. That's a little easier.
You can
Yeah. I used to
without a trampoline.
like if we're running, no. I used to like jump off of like rocks at the river and I was able to do like a front flip or jump off like a diving board and do a front flip, but like just running doing a front flip, I think can anybody actually do that?
Yes. Have you seen videos? It used to be a big. I don't know if it's still a thing nowadays, but there was parkour running.
Parkour is still a
So
huge
we
thing.
know what parkour is, but this was
Uh.
parkour running. So it would be like groups of people. They'd be running through the forest or like the middle of town, and then all of a sudden one dude would jump off a railing and do a flip, and then
Yeah.
hop back in, and it would be like it was like extreme conditioning. They'd just be on a simple jog, through town. All of a sudden you see Delaware Theater, and this guy has to run up the wall, do a backflip,
Mhm.
Superman land it, and then keep going. Just had to show us all up because running isn't enough for these white people. Let me tell you that.
I know I want to say this on TikTok, parkour is very big.
Is it?
I've seen a couple videos of people in the city who are doing like extreme where they're like on buildings. Like on like almost like basically mini skyscrapers jumping between the buildings.
And they're all white people, man.
Yeah.
Telling you.
There was like one where a cop went up to him and like the cop was just like, "What are you doing?" And he was just parkouring. He was like, "Well, stop."
I saw one dude freaking fell. He was doing like extreme parkour on the roof, and he was like trying to jump and just died. Just went straight down. Yeah, some like Asian dude. He like tried to jump, and he was holding onto the ledge, and then he went too far down where he couldn't pull himself up, and then all it just shows is his hands fall down. It's like a long ass way down. I didn't see him go splat, but I saw him just disappear.
Rest in peace with that guy, I guess.
I don't feel bad for you if you do shit like that.
Dude,
I don't feel bad.
I don't understand that. It's
Yeah,
just,
there's no need. Just go on a run. Just go to
Or like-
Sky High. Have you ever been there? You ever been to Sky High?
Sky High.
The trampoline place in Roseville. I think it's Sky Zone.
Oh,
Maybe
Sky Zone. Yeah, I've been there.
you've been there, dude.
Mhm.
That place was the bomb when I was younger.
Dude, when a kid would have a birthday party there, it was the best.
Yes, I went to a couple. I went to two birthday parties, and then I think I just went when I was down there with like a friend. But
Hmm.
it was extreme. It was
Dude, I
extreme.
would give myself such whiplash at that place that like I threw up one time on the way home.
How are you getting whiplash?
Well, because have you ever seen what people do where they jump in the air and then they land on their back?
Like straight
On
down and come back up?
Yeah, on the trampoline.
Yeah.
I would do that, but I wouldn't keep. I would try to keep my head like up a little more, or I would have it too far down, and I would hit it, and my neck would just be whiplashing. And so I kept doing it, even though my neck hurt from it, and I was getting a headache from it. And then, like way home, I just threw up.
That's commitment.
Yeah,
Stick
dude, I
with
was
it.
just like sweaty. You know how you are when a kid just
Ugh.
sweaty,
Dude, that
super
place,
red, just fired up running.
thinking it back now, if I was to go there, that place is disgusting. You know how many
Oh
kids
god.
are sweating all over the place,
Oh yeah,
snotting?
dude.
I
Oh,
was one, dude. I would be filthy there. I would just
dude.
be, because the moment I start jumping on a trampoline, there's going to be some sweat flowing. And then the excitement of being at a birthday party or something.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah.
It's
How
just, we
much
got
liquids are
problems.
just like going up and down from jumping on that trampoline too?
Yes.
Something's
Dude.
bound to come out.
Oh, yeah. Either the front or back. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
Have you ever played the dodgeball like games there? Because they have like a
Oh yeah.
dodgeball court.
Hmm.
So I went there one of the birthday parties and did dodgeball, and there was like these kids that would go there every night. They're like part of a team,
Oh yeah,
and
they
like
had like a league.
I was like at that time I was a pretty good baseball player, like good pitcher. So I was like, I got a cannon on me, you know.
Yeah.
I'll hit some of these kids. Could not hit a single one of them, dude. These guys were, I would go throw, they're doing triple gainers off the thing. I was like, this is just not fair. They're ninjas. I'm fighting ninjas over here. They're jumping off the walls and then hitting you with the balls. I was
Do you
like, you
remember in
bunch of,
high school they
was,
had like that dodgeball like
do I
tournament?
remember it? I was a finalist. Were you on our team? You were on
No,
our team.
no, I wasn't, and I was a little bit angered by it. I was not asked to be on the team.
Were you
To be on
not?
the
I
team.
have a picture on my, no, you were on the team. I have a
You
picture on
can
my
look at the
Instagram I
picture. I'm
posted.
not on there. You guys went with another kid, and it made me very sad.
Well, hold on before you start
I
putting me
went,
down.
oh,
Hold
I
on,
got the cut, I guess.
hold on.
No,
Let's
you
see.
can find that picture. I look at that picture
I got it
every
right
day and
here.
remember.
Yeah. Okay, you were.
I do.
So here's the thing: we wanted some mobility on our group. You know, we wanted to be quick and fast, and you were a
Well,
lineman at the time.
I think the thing. I think it was the Garrity's who were running the team.
No, come on, man.
Well, I mean the people who were like getting people on the team and like organizing it.
Yeah,
And I
they were those type of kids, you know.
and I remember I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll be on the team, like no doubt." And they're like, "Okay, like cool." Never came back to me, and I was just like, I kept asking about it too. I was like, "So when
Hey,
is it?" And they were like,
so
"Oh, we'll let you know." And then all of a sudden I see the picture on Instagram, and I'm all, "Oh, I guess I got the cut."
so here's what I think happened because I'm pretty sure they went out like looking for people,
Mhm.
but they asked me for approvals because I was going to be on the squad and I'm competitive. It was like we're taking this thing home, and so I'm pretty sure they come at me and I'm telling you, I apologize. It was probably like, hey, Reed Pearson, like. Good
He
guy,
doesn't he doesn't
good
move too
football
well out
player.
there.
I
I've
was
seen
like,
it.
might be a liability on the defensive side of things, you know? Yeah, and he's kind of a bigger
I
target at
don't
that time.
I don't think his stamina's too up there.
I was like, what are we gonna do when we're deep into like fourth round and we've played 4 games already?
I mean, if we
We might
bring
be short a
pizza,
guy.
if we bring pizza for in between games, that's a lot of pizza we have to buy.
We gotta buy a whole nother pie for this kid, yeah? No,
We
but
can't just bring orange slices. There should be enough for
that's
everybody.
that tournament was so fun though because there were some adults that played. We played
Mhm.
against like some adult teams, dude. And one of the ladies, I think um, she was the head of the athlete committed. You were part of athlete committed, right? No.
Yeah.
So you remember that one lady? She wasn't like old, but she was like an adult,
Yeah.
and she was like, so she was on one of the teams, dude. When I tell you, threw the hardest ball. and landed it directly on the face. Dude, I let loose a cannon laser beam, just boom, and she was down for the count, and we
I think
advanced.
I think the thing that made me so pissed off about that when I wasn't on the team was I'm somebody when I like people to be straightforward with me, be like, yeah, we just didn't want you on the team, and I would have happily accepted that. But the Garrities gave me the runaround. They were just like, "Oh, dude, we didn't
What they
think you
do?
wanted to
That's
be on the team." And I was like,
that's what they do.
I was like, a week earlier, I asked you, like, don't give me the runaround. Just say you didn't want me. No, that athlete committed club, that really disappointed me. They stopped inviting me to stuff.
See,
I don't
I
think-
I
I don't
picked
know
and
if they
choose.
know.
Like I was a part of it. Technically, I got like the little badge. I went to the one thing I went to was that one camp or the little fucking summer camp that was in the middle. Of the woods. That was the one thing I went to. Other than that, like I went to like one of the last meeting I went to. I got embarrassed, and that's why I stopped going. You want to know what happened to me? All right, this is the last time I went. I showed up, and we were talking about like something, and here's what happened. They asked, can anyone tell me what, the color red symbolizes for like illnesses or disease? I think it was red. All right. And I instantly raised my hand, breast cancer. And breast cancer's pink. All right. So everyone starts laughing at me. And I was like, what's going on here? I was like, is it an inside joke? I want to say it was red. It might have been a different color, but I kind of just went with my first instinct and just went breast cancer. And everyone laughed and like, no, that's not close. And I was just like, well, screw me then. And I didn't show up again.
I was on like the first athlete committed, like when they were bringing the program in. I went to like the first like summer camp thing that they did. I
Yeah.
went to the first one of those. I was in the group chat. I don't know if the person running it didn't believe me because like I remember the athletic director was like, "Oh no, he's a football player." I
Mm.
think a lot of people questioned whether or not I played sport. But all of a sudden, I was removed from the group. I wasn't getting anything.
They
I
just
was
diss you
removed.
like that. Jeez.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden I see that they went back. I was like, oh, maybe it's over. Maybe they're not doing the program anymore. And then I see there's like tournaments going on. They're doing all these cool fundraisers, and I'm all, what the hell, man?
And they you weren't invited to you got kicked off of our dodgeball team. You weren't invited to the pizza. I don't no. Okay, I take that back. When I said the last time I showed up, that was the last time I showed up to one of the real meetings.
Yeah.
But they would have little pizza parties here and there,
Yeah.
dude.
Mhm.
But here's what pissed me off because I was pissed off because I was technically a part of it, but
Mhm.
they would announce that shit like on the morning announcements and be like, "Oh, this Friday at lunch, pizza party for athlete committed." And then all of a sudden, the floodgates start opening up at lunch, and kids coming in for pizza, and then they just don't show up again. I was like, "This is bullshit." Even though I was kind of like one of those kids, but at least I had like the badge that said athlete committed. These kids weren't even athletes, and they definitely weren't committed, and they were just coming in for a couple of slices.
Yeah, I
was
remember
like,
that too. I was like,
bastards.
this isn't a real group. And then I didn't feel as bad.
Yeah, it was fake. But no, that dodgeball, because I had an epic like movie moment. It was like the semifinal match,
Mhm.
and it was 1-on-1. Or no, it was 2-on-1. I was our last guy. Here's what happened every single time we played. Ethan Dom out right away. Eliminated
Yeah.
so fast. Just liabilities on D. And it was like I think we had like Owen Day on our team, and he was another dude that had a cannon. So
Yeah.
me and him were kind of leading the pack, but he gets eliminated, and all of a sudden, me and these other two, and it was like dodgeball moment in a movie, and I eliminate one, and then the guy throws it, I like dodge, and then throw it again, and eliminate, and then like our team storms the court, like I just won championship, and then we lost in the finals, but we got like a $30 Amazon card that we were supposed to split.
And you
You know,
used it all. I think I remember that.
dude, as the MVP of our team, who got us to that final.
I
I
think
think
earned
I
it.
deserve it. You know what I bought? I still have it. I bought my Rocky robe.
That's right. It was
I bought a Rocky robe and 2 Rocky necklaces that both got stolen. I had 2 of them. They both got stolen, but
maybe
that's
there's
what I
somebody on
bought.
your team getting payback.
Probably. Jeez. But yeah, I was like, these kids don't deserve $30. I was like, especially not Ethan Dom. You guys didn't even get one person out the whole
So-
tournament.
So you went to that like weird little summer camp that they did. right?
Yeah, yeah.
Was it as boring as it was? Like, was it boring?
It wasn't that bad actually. I thought it was gonna be kind of lame. It was decent. They had like that little Navy SEAL workout thing. It,
Yeah.
but it was pouring rain when we did it. That was the only part that sucked. We were like rolling around in the mud, like we were actually like training to be SEALs. With that, we got to play like a um it was like a teamwork thing, but it was like Hunger Games style. It was like ultimate tag.
Yeah, it was like, yeah.
We did that. Yeah, there it was decent.
I don't know what it was when the first year that we went to it, but they had us sitting there for like 4 hours during a presentation.
No, there was definitely those moments. There was a
Like,
couple moments like that.
yeah, I remember I used to go when I was in middle school. I think I've talked about this. Like they do a little camp there and stuff, but they break it up a lot so where it's like you're not sitting there forever. Like maybe like a 2 hour presentation, and then they'll move on to where you get to like have a free time or like go do something else.
Mm-hmm.
But the way they structured that athlete committed one, it was like 4 hours. And I remember even adults were sitting there just like getting bored and they would start talking. And then it was like lunch and then another 4 hour workshop. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, there's
this is way
definitely
too long, man.
Yeah, I was like, I just wanted to play. I came here to play, and I was, I was like, I came here to have fun. Oh, we did like one where it's like it was a ropes course. Like we were harnessed up, and like we had to like crawl around on poles and shit. Kind of cool.
I think I've told the story of here of how I slammed into that
yeah
wall when I was in middle school.
Yeah. the old they named that after you. That's the Reed Piercy wall now. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That thing looks unsafe to this day. I still see like
there's
kids on it, and I'm just like, dude.
It's not
safety check.
That's a lot of I think places like middle school places like they just don't take care of their stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just a hazard.
Well, what's weird is about like that place. They bring in this team called Odyssey, and they do like ropes course and stuff like that. But the stuff that they're using is not their stuff. Like it's the grounds. So you got to rely on the grounds to make sure that rock wall's fine. You're not telling me that there's somebody going up there and checking.
Oh yeah,
seen the harnesses when the Odyssey team. Dude, there used to be this extreme dude who was on the Odyssey team who was like, he was a paramedic, and they would do like where some people would go do the ropes course, and then inside you do like an inside activity. Dude, this guy was hardcore to a bunch of middle schoolers. He flat out told us he was all, most of you in this room will be dead by 30.
Oh my God.
And the whole place went quiet.
How old were you?
Like 6th grade.
Oh God, dude, this guy.
He was all, statistically, most of you will be dead. I want you to look around this room
and say goodbye.
And I was just like, what? And he was all, that's how long you guys have.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
It used to just stick in my head like, some people are going to be dead by 30.
God, that guy's
like,
what a psycho.
I was like,
God.
holy shit.
He points out like one of the kids, you'll be a drug dealer by 24. Looks at one of the girls, you'll be a prostitute at 19. Jeez.
And he started just like listing ways you could die. Car accident, cancer. And we were all like, what? Like the whole room went quiet. Even the adults were kind of like, what the hell?
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, it's a little too young to be talking about that.
Yeah, like, I get the point you're trying to make, pal. Like life's too short, but like, come on. He's like, speaking the hard truths.
Speaking of presentations, so I found out there's a place in Nevada City. Have you heard of the place? I think it's called The Brick. Have you heard of it? It's like a newer place, I think. I haven't been. This was like I went there like a little while ago, like the Nevada City. I haven't been over to Nevada City in a long time. But I went over there and there's all of a sudden there's like this place and it was like cool. Like the sign, it's like a big neon sign. It's a microphone thing. And it's like a stone place. I kind of like peeked in. I saw a jukebox, pool tables. There was a stage with like some drums on it. And like, there was also an outdoor thing. And so I looked this place up. I was like, all right, let's see what The Brick's all about. This place has like, they have a comedy night. They have an open mic night. They have karaoke night. They have a live band night and all this. So I was thinking like the open mic / comedy night. And I thought of you. I was like, how much would it take for you to get up there and do a set?
How much?
Like if I was to pay you, like I was like, what's your bottom number for you to go up there on an open mic night and do a set?
Oh, well, there's probably a fee for the open mic, right?
Well, I'll pay for the fee. I'll pay for the fee and your thing.
A fee and maybe like $10,
That's it.
just to experience being on stage and being that nervous.
Do you think
Like,
you could do it?
I don't think I mean,
Do
I
you think
don't
you could
know.
do? You can lay down a set that will not be terrible, where you're the
Well,
Joker up there.
Usually open mics are like 5 minutes.
Yeah, couple
I-
jokes.
Yeah, just like I don't know. It's a weird thing. Like it's definitely would be something I would like to experience, just being on a stage, being that vulnerable.
That's what I
But
was thinking.
Yeah,
We
I
should
don't
do
know.
it. We should prepare. Let's both come up with like a short little set, and we show up there on an open mic, lay it down, just see what happens. Jeez.
Yeah, dude. Like even the bomb, like I feel like that would be funny just to go up there and just completely
Yeah,
bomb.
and we have to be filming each other because if you bomb, that's going on Houlihan Studios. You know?
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
Yeah,
that'd
it'd be
be fun.
interesting to try.
I feel like part of me could do it, but I would have to not script my stuff. That's the only thing.
Really?
I would have to go up there and sort of wing it
Sort of.
because
I feel like you could
that's how
sort
I
of wing
am.
it.
Because if I script it, it sounds scripted. It sounds
Mhm.
like that's why like a lot of my speeches, like when I have to do like a speech or something, I don't script it very much because if I script it very much, then it comes out like doesn't deliver right. Like comes out bland. That's why I'm like I was thinking like if I did like a 5-minute set or whatever, I would come up with like 2 talking points that would be like kind of connected, and I would just go with that. And I would just kind of I would have to just roll with it.
Yeah, I feel like.
And if I stumble at one part, it's gonna be a mess. All right?
Yeah.
There's no recovering. It's gonna be a stumble, and it's gonna be.
I feel like writing down jokes and like just repeating that. I feel like that doesn't really work. But like
Yeah, no.
structuring something, I think that's what would work.
Dude, we should try it. I kind of want to try it.
It's kind of making me nervous just thinking about it.
I'm already sweating. I got a shit right now. I'm telling you. That's what it'd be like. I got that. Just thinking about it, my stomach growling. Now I got a shit.
What if like you just went up there and you thought you were like in your head, you're like, this is gonna be a good one, but it was so appalling to the crowd that everybody just was just like just booed you off stage.
See, that's some of that stuff I listen to on the way home. I look up the worst stand-ups and I'll listen to some of these guys and kind of like take notes because that's something I'm kind of interested in trying.
Yeah.
I want to just see how it would go, like just see how I would react to it.
Mm-hmm.
But listening to some of these guys and how they do it and like kind of like figuring out like what these guys did wrong and like don't do that. This one dude I listened to, it was so cringy because he was attacking. The crowd like started like one of the dudes like booed him because it was like a terrible like joke, and he instantly got defensive and started. He was kind of like homophobic and slightly racist. Yeah, I had that going because he was personally attacking these people. But the dude that was filming him, he should have been up there. He was roasting this guy. He's like, oh, I came here for. He was like he said something about like a comedy night, and the guy's like, so why are you here? Oh, I just butchered that. I butchered that, but it was funny when that guy did it. But no, it was something like that. But the guy filming was just absolutely roasting him, and the guy was just up there. He just continued to start attacking. He was attacking this girl. He's like, you're a girl. You can't do anything. He's like, I'm surprised you even got here. He was like saying shit like that, and so he'd do that.
I know. I'm trying to think who the comedian is. He wears a leather jacket, and he like, what is his name? I'll find him real quick because I know what he's been in. He has a comedy album that you can listen to after when he like got in a bunch of trouble and stuff, and like nobody liked him anymore. It is one of the best comedy albums because nobody's laughing and everybody's just like appalled that he's even there. But it's the best comedy album because he has the confidence to sit up there and just keep attacking people, and it's funny.
Yeah.
He was in A Star Is Born.
Bradley Cooper?
No, not Bradley Cooper.
Sorry, I've seen that. Lady Gaga?
Andrew Dice.
No, I don't know who that is.
He
I gotta look that up.
He was like one of the first comedians to sell out the Garden, Madison Square Garden. But it's so like people are like walking out of the room and he's just making fun of them on their way out. And it's like a lot of people, like, it was horrible, but it's so funny to how he just handles it. And it's just it was like one of the best comedy albums.
See, we could easily like go there and just tell a story that we've told on here.
Mm-hmm.
And like that could be an easy like 3-minute whatever. We could just do one of those bad boys, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or we do that and we talk them into like on a Friday night. We do a live podcast on there.
Yeah.
On the stage. We start popping off on there. Sheesh.
we would have to talk a lot of people into that.
Yeah. We probably gotta get a little more of a following. Well, no, that's
trust me, we're gonna pick up.
No, that's what I'm saying. We go there. We say we go up. We both do a couple sets here and there, a couple days, whatever. We start killing it. Word starts talking. Oh wait, these two dudes have a podcast together. Oh wait, they're in town. Let's get them on. And then boom, we're in. Yeah,
We're in.
we're in.
Moneymaker idea.
See, the only thing I'd be worried about doing like a stand-up up there is I would prep a lot, like thinking about it, like constantly, and I'd feel like I'd probably get really confident. But if I was up there and I like did something that I thought was going to be really funny and it didn't hit, I would be ruined for the rest.
Yeah,
would ruin it.
That's how I feel. I would
be toast. I would probably walk on the stage and be like, I got nothing else. If you guys didn't think that one was funny, you don't want to hear the rest of them.
You just say it, nobody laughs. All right, have a nice night.
Thank you, Grass Valley. No, you
guys
start
were
pointing.
great. All right.
Go follow the show with JNR on YouTube.
And be like, yeah, I think you're calling me off stage. All right, have a good night.
My time is up, ladies and gents. It was an honor. You guys have a good one. Enjoy the music. Enjoy the food. Drive home safe.
And then just get off stage and be like, man, I killed it.
Yeah, I crushed it.
So how was your Oh, it was great. Phenomenal.
It was great.
Had to be there.
We got to do this. We got to try it.
It would be good. It would be a fun.
I got to prep though. I got to put together some. Oh, dude, I'm already like, I'm telling, I actually have the shit because I'm thinking about it.
It's making me, I'm getting all the nervous, like, tick things that I get.
No, the only thing I'm thinking,
my hands.
The only thing I'm thinking about is getting up there and trying to say like something, and it just all of a sudden no one laughs, and then I'm just stuck up there. I'd freeze.
Like, stumble over words like you know, like supermarkets.
What's the deal with those, man? They're not super. Just do a Seinfeld thing.
Just be like, oh, so where's everybody from?
Yeah, where are you from, man? Oh, Grass Valley. Oh, anybody else from like New York? Never been there. Heard it was weird.
Grass Valley, huh? Okay, need somebody else. How about you?
No, that's what you're not. I was listening. A lot of people, like a lot of comedians, say they try not to include a bunch of like ask questions to like certain fans because like if you don't get the response you're looking for, then it's like kind of like, oh shit, like yeah.
And then you got people who turn into hecklers too. That's my favorite thing is watching like hecklers and then comedians just lose their shit over it.
See, that's another thing we can do. We go to one of those. The guy gets up there, boo. we sit in the very back, and this guy's like really excited. Like, yo, I'm about to do stand up. We just ruined the night for him. We ruined his dreams.
Just look around. How was that funny? What was funny about that?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Can you try it again? It didn't hit.
No, but I forgot what I was gonna say. Dude, if someone tried to heckle me, dude, I'd be like, "Oh, you want to fucking go, bud?" And just drop the mic and just stage dive into him.
Just start crying. That's right. When someone heckled you, just start crying, run off stage.
I just came up here to try my best, and you just ruined my night.
It took a lot to get me up here, and just run off.
See, that would be like the only time like I don't drink, but if I was about to do that, I might have to throw a couple back. Yeah. That would be my first time drinking just because of that. Yeah.
Just because you have to go up there and be like, oh, shit.
Or
You
I'd
just
just
went up
do
there
it,
and you couldn't talk at all. Like you just were like,
just freeze and stand still. Oh God. See, I wouldn't be that bad. I would be like able to say like I don't have that bad of stage fright anymore. If it was like the old me, yeah, I'd freeze. But like I'm kind of confident now. But this would be like something like I may be confident like doing speeches, but this is comedy now. It's like something I've never done too. It'd be a little tough.
like my weird thing with speeches in like high school and stuff was that before it, I would be so nervous, like
Mm,
to the point where I was like, how can I get out of this? Like almost shaking. And then when I would get like in the middle of it, then I'd be fine. And I would be
yeah,
able to just to go through everything.
yeah. I might just pull a Dave Chappelle, ask someone for a cigarette and just start lining up there and just sit there.
Sir, you can't smoke in here. Nope, doesn't matter.
Oh, don't worry. It's all right. It's my show. It's my show.
It's okay, I'm talent.
just do a line of cocaine up on the hold on, guys. All right, now let's get going. There you go.
Just walk up with powder on you.
So, just going up there shaking. All right, so
Shaking the whole time.
thank you for having me.
Just yelling into the microphone. You can't
Just
hear
be really
anything.
paranoid. Just, you guys hear that? No. Okay.
Blow
No,
figures out how loud you are just talking.
the dude I watched that bombed up there, it wasn't the dude that was like attacking everyone, but it was there was one guy that went up there. He was trying too hard. He was trying too hard to cuss so
Oh,
much.
yeah.
Like how like a well-timed like F word
Mhm.
adds a little comedic value.
Yeah.
Okay. But sometimes you can lay down too many of those bad boys. And then it's
Yeah,
like, all
right.
right. Sometimes Joe Rogan does that. Like if I watch some of
Oh,
his
God,
earlier
yeah.
stuff, like when I watched a couple of like he was so, I think he was either drunk or high. I'm pretty sure he was high. He was so high that it was like this isn't even like good because he was talking so slow. He was saying the F word like literally every other word, and I was like, I don't even remember what the joke was. It was just the F word. He went up there and just did a set of the F word.
Now, what kind of like comedy do you like? Do you like when it's kind of like they're slower or when they're just fired up the whole time?
See, I can go with both.
Mhm.
I've seen, so like I've watched some like Kevin Hart stuff, and he's a hyper guy,
His
so
is
he's
just on
kind
the whole time.
he's going, and like that's good. I like it. And then there's like sometimes Chappelle will just like I
Chappelle
said,
does-
like he's asked the guys like, hey, you got cigarettes? He's like, let me get a couple, and he was sitting up there, he's like, ah, shit, man. He just like he's enjoying a cigarette, it's like, and he was like more relaxed, and then like even like the pure comedy like a Seinfeld. Like I've been watching some of his stuff too. Like even that, like I enjoy that too. Like that it's like
Yeah.
simple. It's like it's just simple and
Yeah,
like
his
doesn't
stuff
try
is
to-
very simple. It's just like cars. What's up with that, huh?
yeah, it is something for everything, But
Mhm.
like it works. It works.
Dave Chappelle's comedy has really changed because he used to be like very loud, very going, and then like, now it's more calm. And
He's older now. He doesn't got
Yeah.
that energy.
I think he realized he's like, I've done all I can do. I'm just gonna talk.
like a Bill Burr. He's got some good sets, man. I'm
His
telling
is just fired up the whole time.
you. What makes it funny is he's got that accent too, so he
Yeah.
sounds just like an angry Bostonian,
Anybody from like the East Coast, like the New York, Boston area, that's like one of all of my favorite comedians, just because the accent, they're loud,
Mhm.
sometimes throw in something a little edgy.
I love. Like, did you watch Bill Burr when he was on SNL and he did kind of a stand up for his monologue,
Yeah,
his
his
opening,
open monologue. Yeah.
and he took a couple of like risks there, like with certain
Oh,
topics, and like I love how he does it though because he's like he'll be like just talking. All right, let's talk about gay people here, and then like everyone kind of like pauses, like what? he's gonna go for this.
Especially with the SNL crowd, it's pretty much like, should I laugh at this? The SNL crowd's
Yeah,
weird.
but I mean, love it or hate it, he's funny. He just goes for it. Yeah.
No, that's like my problem with SNL now is that the monologues used to be like comedians would go out there do stand up But then you have like celebrities that'll go out there and it'll just be really weird.
It's just awkward. Yeah, they're just
It's like
awkward.
a podcast, basically. They're just like, hey, so like, how's it going? And they'll just go on and be like, we're gonna have a really fun night. And it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
come on, throw something in. Like what was it? I think the best celebrity one was when either Adam Driver, the dude from Star Wars who plays Kylo Ren, or what's his name? Who plays Jim from The Office.
Oh, Jim Krasinski. John Krasinski.
Yeah, he had like Pete Davidson come up there.
Yeah, and they didn't they kiss?
Like, Pam, and he kissed.
Yeah, they kissed. Yeah. No, he's a funny guy. Yeah, there's like I don't watch like SNL live. Like I'll watch it on like all the skits on YouTube.
Yeah.
But like only certain ones, like certain times, like I'm not interested. I'm like, whatever. But if there's certain people like when they had like Eddie Murphy back on, I actually watched that one. I was like, I gotta watch this. You know, this guy's a legend. But yeah. What time are we at there, Chief?
We are at time, Chief.
We're at time. Reed, where can I find you?
You could find me on the show of J&R every week until sometimes we take a week off.
Yeah, like last week.
That's okay. You can just catch me on here.
Yeah. Oh, you can also catch him at a open mic night at the Brick.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm there every night around 7. I do a set from 7 to 10. You know, I do a 3-hour set. Imagine getting up there and doing like a couple hours.
Oh, dude, that gives me anxiety just thinking of it.
Yeah, jeez. You can find me JJ_man_20 Instagram, Twitter. Follow JJ_man_20 on TikTok. I just posted a recent video up there of just little funny things, and then I also post clips of the show on there. Go follow this podcast on Instagram at @theshow_with_Junior for clips of the show, updates about the show, and also go on go look at Houlihan Studios on YouTube at youtube.com/Houlihan Studios. There's a video up there right now, but Reed and I recently filmed a video of us playing a little game. That will be up there at some point. So just look at that. Yeah. Like and subscribe, tell your family, tell your folks, and we'll see you guys next time.